Hello everyone and welcome back to Koru Kiwi Arts. Now today I'm going to paint a landscape from my imagination, but this time I'm going to let you, the viewer, just watch me paint, because sometimes you can learn a lot from an artist by just watching them paint about how they're going to go about to do certain things or certain tasks. So I'll be talking along as I'm painting, of course, but I like watching people paint because I find it very soothing, and I certainly learn a lot from an artist if I watch them paint, because first I'm just going to do an outline with my fine brush of a scene. So I'm just dipping it in some brown, and let's assume there's a water line coming through here, and maybe let's have a waterfall. Yes, let's have a waterfall around about here. Hope you can see this. And this could be the water edge. Maybe some stones through here, and some hills here. Just do some hills like that. And this can be the bank of the waterfall. So with my wider brush, I'm going to dip it into some light blue and just go over the sky area. I'm treating my acrylics like watercolors. I'm planning on doing I dipped it into a bit of yellow then, and then suddenly my sky went green. Let's just wipe my paintbrush. I'm hoping to venture outside one day and do live paintings from outside, like set up a canvas and be with nature and paint what I see. There'll be a whole new concept, a whole new way. And I'll be going to different locations and just painting. So I'm going to paint the water here like this. I'm going to leave some white bits in the paper to represent froth or foamy water, or whatever you call it. I can fix it up by adding white paint. And let's just come down here like this. Like that. Looks good. Just move the brush around and try and get those angles looking right. Normally behind the water it's normally darker around the back of the waterfall. Through there, like that. And I'll just giving the illusion that that is water. Now, with the trees in the background, I'm going to just do some trees or bushes on this bank. Like so, and I might do maybe one here, a bush here. I've got some brown, so maybe I can paint brown under there, because this is close to the soil. It's where the water is a lot shallower, so you can see the dirt underneath the water. Now there's techniques in which you can apply where you can add rocks and stuff, and then you can add a transparent colour over the top to give you the illusion that there's water flowing over rocks. So that's the soil, and I've got a little bit of brown, light brown, so I'm going to come down and make this like a small bank or cliff. It's not very high, only a story high, so it's not very high at all. Okay, that's all I need to do. So we've got some more bushes here. I might use the same colour and put it across here, through here, and I'm blocking in. As you can see, I'm not adding any detail in there, I'm just creating my shapes, and then I will add in all the detail later. Maybe I can put a tree here, and let's put a trunk there, maybe another tree here. Let's add some more. Trees. Most artists will just do this and say, well, that's it. Yeah, that's what they like. That's what they like doing. They like just blocking in stuff, and they'll leave it as that. Maybe it's just a concept. They're creating a concept of their ideas, writing it down with their paintbrush, creating these images, and before they fade away from your mind. I mean, they don't fade away, but when you get a good image, that's what you try and and capture as fast as you can. That's why this part is done fast, because it's never easy trying to paint exactly what's in your mind. So most of the time it normally isn't exactly what you were thinking of, but you can always alter it and fix it later on. Now, I like the green, I really do. This green has a real nice feel about it. It's not dark, it's very soft, neutral green. I almost have that child play school sort of, or preschool feel about it, where the children get their acrylic paints out and they paint for the first time, and they use their colours as they are, as they come straight out of the bottle. They don't mix it or anything. Sometimes they like to put their hands through it, and it's neat. I love seeing people paint, creating something, creating a world. Now, these paintings in which I'm doing now are for sale as well, so if you want to purchase it, I don't know where in the world you'll be coming from, but just let you know that I'm from Istanbul, and so sending anything from Istanbul to another country will be very expensive, so I have to keep it light and small. But it can be done, it is possible. And I can sell these to you for, if you're interested, $50 US plus postage, so if you're interested. Now, let's do the background. I'm going to add a little bit of blue to my green, same colour, and I'm going to make it lighter in the background, the hills. What an interesting colour, adding a bit of blue to this green. Wow. Just to show you the blue I'm using, it's just a very pale blue, and I'm adding it to this green. I've been busy lately, I've been doing a lot of stuff, a lot of paperwork, a lot of things, and been going about in Istanbul having a look at places and trying to find a place to have our exhibition. Not been easy. I like that. I like the way how it's nicely even. Got this little short bit here, nice peaks, and it's sort of, yeah, it's nicely balanced. I actually really like that. Let's clean my paintbrush again. My tissue's getting very dirty here, so I use the other side. Well, this might be better to use a cloth next time, and then I can just wash the cloth. Just reuse it instead of wasting tissue. Okay, I think that should be enough. So now I'm going to use my next paintbrush, which is a smaller paintbrush, this one here, and I'm going to put in all the different trees. I'm going to go a little darker here. This tree through here. Now you can do this, you can bob your paint up and down by pushing your paintbrush in this direction, or you can paint it individually. I find it's quicker this way. So let's do another one here. I'm going to just, not too much detail, just very light, control these as I go along. I don't want to put too much. You know, if I mark it up, I can always paint over it because it's an acrylic. So, the thing I like about acrylics is you can just paint over your mistakes because it dries so quick. But let's try and get this done without any mishaps. Okay, so I like that. Okay, I use this fine paintbrush here. I'm going to put in the trees. So I'm just going to put a few twigs and branches through here. Give myself some more water. And I'll do the same here as well. Okay, not much. Okay, let's do this again. Everything's knocking about. Okay. I'm going to get away with what I was doing and create the outside of the tree by creating some lines. That way I keep the form of that tree. It's because I'm on this strange angle, I've got no control of what I'm doing. So I've decided to do this instead. Yeah. look back and see what I'm doing here. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. Let's do a little bit here. I quite like it. You know why I like it? Because I'm not worried about anything. I'm just going for it and just being free. Art is about being free. Shouldn't be angry or uptight. You should just go with it and see what happens. Let's do some shapes here. Oh, I like that. Now, we'll do some plants or maybe some bulrushes on the edge here. I'm trying to create a form. Too much detail, but I'm trying to give it unity, make it look appealing than just sticks sitting in the middle of nowhere. A bit of a break in between there. Make it more interesting. Like so. And let's get some more brown. And create some more branches through there. It's an awkward angle to paint on, but I'm coping. I'm holding myself from the back of the chair, stopping myself from falling forward. Okay, there's the trunks. And let's do another branch through there. Okay. Come back to my other paintbrush. I'm going to use this one instead. I think it's got a bit of texture to it. Let's have a look. Let's do something here. It's a lot softer. Now when things are close to you, they're darker. So I'm going to balance this picture out. I'm going to make this side here dark, and I've made the other side dark. Okay. Now before I cover my waterline or anything, I'm going to add some white in there. But I must clean my paintbrush because everything is green. Stick in some white and let's do the bottom of the waterfall. Now, my white isn't really white, it's like a very light grey. I've run out of white paint, but it's all in the shadow, so it's perfect for this painting. So I've just been very busy here with my strokes, and I'm just not too worried. Yeah, it's looking good. So let's do move my paintbrush across the blue like this to create a flow of water. Maybe across here as well. And now I'm going to try and add some water. I'm down, not too much. I don't want to cover that blue up. I want a bit of blue through there. You can even use your fingers to smudge your paint. I have done that in a lot of my paintings. I smudged my acrylics. Okay, I might add a bit of dark blue, with some spots through there. Too much. Sometimes it's better to do less than too much. Now, with this other paintbrush, even though I liked it, these are much better paintbrushes for doing works on canvases, because if I'm doing a tree they're normally this big, so I've got a lot bigger area to work from. So I'm going to add a bit of yellow and a bit of this dark green to get a different type of green, and I'm going to just fix this up. tidy this corner up here. And maybe a little bit in there. Maybe a little bit in there, and a little bit in there and there. Bit of yellow in this tree. Remember, the yellow will turn green. Don't want to kill too much of the dark. Got a navy blue here, so I can add that in there as well. Let's get this green again, and let's add a bit of brown to it and see what colour I get. Oh yeah. A bit of yellow, light brown, yellow, and this green, and let's just do the colour of the bank with this grassy colour. Through there, and maybe just across there as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, and just across the bottom here as well. Right, I'll get my paintbrush, my thin paintbrush, and I will use the light brown to come through here. Okay, dark green. Dark green through here. Almost gives it a more of a illustration look to it. They're doing some repairs, pipe repairs in this building complex. They just recently fixed it all up and cleaned the grounds up. And now they've dug it back up again. Crazy. So I paint without thinking too hard. I just add and then look where I'm going to paint my next stroke. Try not to put too much in there. These are branches or trees sort of hanging down. And again across here as well. I'm going to give you some music now because the tractor's good. So yeah, so I added some trees or bushes along the bank there. So I'm going to add a bit of green or lighter green by adding some yellow highlights. Through here. Maybe I should put a little bit here as well. We just had a digger just outside my window collecting soil and rock, and it was making a noise. That's why I had to play some music. That's why I suddenly stopped talking. It's going to return, so this time I'm just going to let it play so you can hear what I'm hearing, so you get an idea of how noisy it is. I quite like the yellow through there, it's nice. Giving myself giving this painting a bit of uplifting. Maybe I could do maybe a little bit across here as well on these trees. Other colour. As you can see, I've got a lot of stuff distracting me at the moment. I might put another bush just here, just to break it up a bit. And maybe add a bit of this white or lime green, or what do you call it, and then break it up a bit. Okay. Now let's get the brown and let's create some sort of cliff. I've got brown and a dark grey. So let's see what I can do here. I'm not going to kill too much of this light areas because I don't want to make my painting too dark. But I'm just imagining what rocks and stuff looks like. Okay, they're going away. I think they'll come back for one more trip. through there, and let's try and see what I can do here. Now I'm going to add a bit of grey. And I'm going to mix it with the brown. Try and bring it all together. Make some sort of rocks happening here. Here for here. Do a rock here. And maybe one for here. And one through there as well. Try and see what I can do. Yeah, the grey's looking good. I like the way the grey is bringing those ridges out, giving it that look. Now this would be a lot easier if I had a photo. But then again, it's not fun. Just to do stuff from your imagination or through your subconscious really not just tests you, but it's a great way of exercising your mind, fueling it with inspiration, and it's better than watching the silly box. Reading's another way, or writing's another way of exercising your mind. Reading's great. Books are a great way to learn. They make it so easy for you now. You can just go on your computer and look, but there's nothing like a good book. Okay, I've given that a nice looking edge there. Let's do some yeah, that dark colour's really brought everything out. I'm going to add a bit of green and a bit of this navy blue together to form a darker green. I'm going to use it just in here. That's enough. I don't want to put too much, especially on those rocks. I like them. Let's leave them as they are. Now I'm going to do some more work on these fluffy waterfall here. Should be very random. Okay, I like to leave it. Using my hand to smudge. Like that. Hills in the background. I like them because they're far away and you don't see much detail. We'll come to that soon. I'll just add a flax along grasses. I'm pushing my paintbrush upwards like that, not down. So when it flicks up, it gives a point at the top. See? You see that? And maybe another one here. There's a lot of grasses like this along the waterfront, on the edge of rivers and now I've got the other green. I could add that in there as well. I won't put too many in there. I'll do one here as well. Just two, be fine. And let's clean this up a bit. If you notice one thing, I haven't put my hand on any of the paper, not resting it. I'm just letting my paintbrush glide over the paper. I'm not painting as I'm not adding, or I'm not painting like I'm writing, not using my pen. I'm not using my paintbrush like a pen. I'm wanting it at the end like this, and I'm just creating shapes. It's a good way to practice. Most people tend to use their paintbrushes like a pen, and they rest their hand on the actual subject and they just paint. Let's do some more here. the reason why it's done that way, so that you can stand back and paint away from you, so that you can see your subject a lot better. Hey, that is it. I'm happy with that. I'm going to sign this by just putting my name in the corner. Yeah. There you go. In this painting, I decided not to add any clouds in there. I just wanted it to be a nice clear blue sky. There's a little bit of white that I've left of the paper to break it up a bit. And I've done the same with these hills. They shouldn't have too much detail because they're far away in the background. I could add detail in there, but it will bring them forward, and I want to keep them far away. And it's just a basic painting of a waterfall and some frothy water. I might just add some more white, get rid of that blue that I have there. Bring it over here a little bit more. Okay, that's better. So, hope you liked that, and I'll catch you guys again next time. Have a wonderful, wonderful day tomorrow. Bye now.